Hey everybody, it's Jochen Hayden, and I'm back with the Hellsen versus Hayden campaign. This is War in the Pacific Scenario 2. I'm playing the Japanese, he's playing the Allies. It's December 30th, 1941, and I just grabbed the base Butuan on Mindanao, which is going to help me out a bit. So, I've been on vacation the last couple days. Um, just in Long Beach. It was on the Queen Mary. I've got some videos of that coming up soon if you guys want to take a look at a tour I took of the engine room. Anyway, back to business here. I've got some minesweepers at Georgetown clearing some mines. And here we go. K-15 takes a shot at the Ushio on Ambon. So again, these Dutch subs are just not leaving. He's leaving them in the hex. Hopefully the Ushio can do some damage here. I just can't believe how bold he is to do that, knowing we've got so much ASW here. Up, got a hit. Okay, 3 hits now. Oh. 4 hits. Alright, hopefully it's enough to drive this sub off. Okay, S-39, which I thought we had killed, is still alive and in the hex. Golly. And our useless sub-chasers do nothing. Okay, back to sweeping mines at Georgetown. Looks like we're getting quite a bit of these, which is good. I want to clear that port up as soon as possible, because we can use it. Okay, this is just us grabbing another dot base. Quiet so far. Oh! How did he find us? Oh man, how did he know we were gonna be here? That's crazy. The Tautog was over near Brisbane, and now it's up here. Man. Ugh. His subs are giving me. Blood pressure. Blood pressure. Can't get rid of these subs. All right, this is our daytime recon phase here. The AM recon phase. Okay, yep. All right, here we go. Let's hope we get better weather today. Nope. Of course we don't. Bad weather, bad weather, bad weather. Severe storms. I need some strike missions to go today. We have not been hitting targets for a couple days that need to be hit. Alright, sweeps are going in. No, that's good. Clear sky over Port Moresby is a good sign. Ah, check this out. Decided I'd hit Port Moresby just to kind of check things out and see what we got here. Oh, okay. Got some really decent hit. Oh, wow. Really nice hits on the base. Looks like we damaged a couple Empire flying boats. And I think I know what he's been doing with all these. Using the transport troops. Alright. Okay, another big hit on the first Burma, which is what we really need today. Unfortunately, the weather's going to be bad. Oh, but we still get a lot of disablements despite it, which is good. So, first Burma is hit. And that's a good hit. Okay, this should be... Oh, clear sky. This is going to be a really good attack, I think. 45 Bettys with clear sky. It's going to be good. Wow. Okay, it was okay. I thought it'd be better. Alright. Okay, now we're hitting Kienko. Alright, so here's what we know. Well, I was wondering, he knew he had fighters at Kienko, and now I know what they are. He's got I-15s there, which are really no threat. I quite honestly don't even know why he's got them here, but that's cool. We got some hits on the supply, and we put him on notice that we're coming after Kienko. Okay, just doing a little more disruption to the Lusu War area. Starting to kill some squads here. Okay, another raid on Kienko. Damage some more I-15s. Hitting Clark Field today. Decent hits, and it got some airbase supply hits, which is really what I'm concerned about. I want that more than anything else. And these Sonias with their small bomb loads are ideal for just peppering the base, right? They carry a lot of small bombs, so each one of these bombs, if they hit, causes runway damage and airbase damage, which prevents him from building forts. And if we get some supply hits, it's a bonus because it eats into his supply that he's just not going to be able to keep up with. Finally, Sally's coming in here. Didn't do as well here. Again, the weather not great. Okay, big raid on Luchao today. Wow, that's pretty good. That's what I'm looking for right here. I'm looking for this. This is the kind of result that I always want when I'm going to hit. Good stuff. We should have more bombers coming into that hex today. Because we're going to attack there, and I want really good disruption before we do it. Some more Sallies hitting Kienko. Destroyed one I-15 and more hits. And some more Sallies. Why not? Increasingly diminishing results here. And Bettys. Why not? Let's throw some Bettys in there too. That base is wrecked. And another hit on Pegu, which is going to be the first Burma. Excellent. Oh, yeah. When you see destroyed squad, it's because he's running out of squads to disable. So now we're... Once you hit a disabled squad, then they typically turn into destroyed squads. So, if we do attack... If we are lucky enough to get into this hex this turn, I don't think first Burma has a chance. Couple of Sonias coming in to finish the job. And more Sonias on Clark. Some more Bettys hitting Port Moresby. Good hits there. Overall, I'd say this is a better air phase than the previous turn. Okay, AM is done. Wasn't too bad. Most of our bombers did fly. Most of them. I'm still waiting for some stuff in Malaya to go down. I need some strikes in Malaya this turn. I must have them. Come on, Malaya strikes. I need you. I need you right now. We gotta hit Temalo. We gotta hit Singapore. We have to hit it. I don't think it's gonna... Oh, man! God, that's the second day we did not hit Singapore. We gotta hit that stuff. Man. It's very concerning that we're not flying missions on Malaya at all. We need to. No, just policing up some more dot bases here. Oh, here we go. Let's hope for a good day here. Alright, oh yeah. This is going to be open and shut. These guys are so damaged. Let's see which way they retreat to. Yes! All right. That is exactly what I wanted. Oh, man, that's perfect. Worked just like I planned. We took a lot of casualties on this one, but that's okay. They took even more, and we pushed them even further away from their front lines. They're deep behind our lines now, so this is just a net positive for us. It's just these units are just going to sit out here in Varadaway, nice and slow, and they won't be in Chungking. All right, this is us bombarding at Singapore. Oh, nice. Look at that. I think we traded pretty good on that one. Cool. Ah, shock attack. Okay, it looks like the 18th, the first Burma got out of town just in time. Cool. Well, that works for me. So, we attack and capture Pegu. It looks like the first Burma got out just in the nick of time. That's no matter to me. That unit is badly depleted now. And looks like we destroyed all 3 units there, and we have a wide open road to Rangoon, which is just perfect. Like, that's the next stop. Excellent. Alright, we're going to be policing up some dot bases here. Cool. This is another base we're going to have. And in the dot base here in Dutch New Guinea. Perfect. What else? 1,000 Ships Bay. All right. Well. Okay, getting some reinforcements on the map here. Some good stuff. Not bad. Okay. So we're back after my vacation, and we're ready to take a look at this turn, which I think was okay. Okay, aircraft losses today. 4 for us, 2 for the Allies. We lost 2 Bettys, an Oscar, and a Babs. He lost a Lodestar and an I-15. Top pilots, 2 KIA today. Ground losses today. Looks like the Allies lost about 34. We lost 0. Ship sunk. This is a ship that I scuttled last turn. It says that it was sunk by a torpedo, but I scuttled it manually because I didn't want him getting all 10 points for a ship that was going to sink anyway. Okay. Looking down over here, for the turn, we gained an additional 55 points, bringing the Allied win ratio down to 1.139. Looking at Combat Reporter real quick here. No real noteworthy sea engagements other than us clearing the mines at Georgetown, which is pretty cool. Those are all gone, so now we don't have to worry about that. That port is now open to us. On the ground, we had a pretty decent victory here in China. And if we take a look at that, we see that the troops displaced exactly where I wanted them to here. I moved a unit into this hex. They were in this hex. And of course, when they got defeated, they only had one direction to go. Right? Because they still have... well, I guess they could have technically gone this way, right? But they went this way, which is even better. So now they're just so pushed out of the way and out of the fight. I have no intention of attacking those troops again. I'm going to let them sit there and die on the vine. They are not a threat. They can go wherever they want. They're not a threat to me now. And of course at Pegu, our tanks crossed the river with a shock attack and annihilated 3 units there. These are all Burma units, but they weren't particularly good, but they still count for points. So now they're out of the fight, and I won't have to deal with them anymore. Look at that. Preparation morale experience. All bad. And Singapore, we did have another bombardment, and it went pretty good. Keeping these guys disabled is always a good thing. Air engagements. Nothing super exciting other than the fact that we did have good attacks at Pegu. So the 1st Burma Division was heavily hit again. However, they did get out of town. You notice that we did not encounter the 1st Burma Division at Pegu. So I guess they did succeed in stopping us for about 2 days while we reassess the situation. My guess is that they have railed somewhere in here towards Lashio, or they're on their way to Lashio. So they probably got to about here. And my guess is that they're somewhere in here. Definitely not in Rangoon, though. Okay. SIGINT for this turn. We have we have stuff in China here. I don't think that's particularly important. I'm sure there's troops coming down this road. That's pretty normal. Soviet Union, don't care. Pearl Harbor, I don't think we're going to see anything important there. No, not really getting much out of that. Christmas Island, that might be something to look at. Christmas Island. So there's some radio information there. We do have a sub on station just in case something shows up, but we haven't seen any activity there. Annette Island, which is up here in... I wonder what that is. Well, we got something there to catch whatever comes out. And also, Seward had some radioactivity. All right. And then looking at the ops reports, we did get a lot of different troops on the map here. Some of these are really good. For example, this 28th Mountain Gun Regiment was the last piece I needed for the 28th Division, which is a good division. We got a second SN11 fragment at Kwajalein. Some stuff at Saipan. The Hong Kong detachment, which has aviation support. A special base force at Takao that could be useful to deploy. Other base forces at Kwajalein Woche, also Jaluit, Maloylap, and this independent guards regiment at Bangkok. Now this is going to be really useful. This guy right here, pretty decent unit, right? So we need to figure out how to get this guy involved. Okay, we'll take a look at the combat report, and we see 2 additional allied ships are confirmed as sunk near Rangoon. Intel, Mutkin expands to size 8, and this is very good for me. So basically, I've been trying to build this base up to a size 8 because you get a bonus of doubling the aviation support when you do that. So if I have 360 here right now, next turn, this will double to 720. So what I can do then is take a lot of this aviation support units out of here and send them into China or somewhere else. Right? Obviously, I'll have to buy them out, right? Because I can't send them in their current condition because they're assigned to Kwangtung Army. And per our house rules, I have to assign them to a unrestricted headquarters. But I can still do that when I have the political points to do it and send them into China where I need them. So I can get 2 for the price of 1 with a size 8 or higher airfield. I can also take some of the engineers that I had here and relocate them to other places, to maybe Fusan, Port Arthur, or buy them out and move them into China. So Mutkin expanding to this size airfield actually really helps me a lot logistically. And last, I'll show you the Japanese tab here. We had 8 more bases captured this turn. So we're averaging 8 a turn. And we've been keeping that up for basically the entire campaign so far. I think that's pretty good. All right. So quickly, we'll talk about home island stuff. The American destroyers are gone. They're just gone. They got away. I can't believe it. I'm disappointed, but they got away from us. Same down here. We were hoping to intercept them somewhere in here, and it did not happen. So they could be anywhere at this point. They could be in the Philippine Sea, which to me it would be kind of ridiculous to do that. Dangerous for him. Or he could have gone up this way and down. He could be anywhere, really. So I just don't know where those destroyers went. They could be hiding in a squall. They might be right off the Marianas. So we're going to use additional caution with all of our ships out here. All right, looking at China. So it was a quiet turn, but a very important turn for a lot of reasons. Let me try to explain them now. First of all, displacing these Chinese troops to here was a big win for me because they're basically blocked back here, or they're so far out of the fight. This is where the fight's at right now, and they're over here. And this is not an insignificant size unit. So displacing them over here and leaving them to die slowly helps me on my progression further north. Because if I were to kill them outright, they would just respawn in Chongqing in a month, and then they'd be more powerful than they are now, and I don't want that. Furthermore, we're continuing our conquest of the Ankang Road, so he does have a lot of troops in this hex now. So much so that I went ahead and told the 58th Regiment to hold, because we cannot go in there. We will get absolutely massacred if we go into that hex. But my armor is now in Ankang, and we're just going to keep driving up there, and I do feel comfortable sending my armor and this infantry regiment into this hex to do battle. The armor, I know it's mountain terrain, and everybody says that there's a penalty, blah, blah, blah. Well, not really. They just don't move as fast, but they still are powerful AV, right? They have a lot of firepower, and the Chinese don't have any anti-tank weapons, so they may have more troops there, but ours count for 3 times what they got. And if he does decide to attack me, I get the mountain bonus, and he doesn't. So I am still going to drive into this hex and go from there. We'll figure out the next play after that. You can see some of his units from the Aichang detachment, which is quite a powerful unit to start. He's got 1 corps here and 1 corps here, okay, with more coming in. But the nice thing is, as you can see, I still control the hexes. So he's not actually disrupting our supply at all. Supply can still go up and down this road unabated. He has to take us out of these hexes, and he's not going to be able to do it because I'm leaving powerful units as placeholders in each of these hexes here to keep the supply lanes open. So he can move all these troops in there all he wants. I don't care. It's fine for me because it just gives me a chance to kind of lock him down. Because now, from here on up, I get the ×3 bonus if he wants to attack. So he gets no benefit just sitting there, okay? He can't attack me because he'll lose that, and these troops can't go any further up the road because I own the hex sides. So these troops are stuck here. They can't go anywhere to add value up here, over here, down here. They're just wasted on this road. And I don't know if Hellsen understands that, but I hope he doesn't, because I want him to keep moving into the hex. It's great, because he'll never have enough troops in there to dislodge me on that ×3 terrain. Not with Chinese troops. So this is a win for me. Him going into these areas is actually good, because they're not going where I don't want them, i.e. towards Chungking or some other base that I may want later on. So I see a lot of positive strategic ramifications to what he's doing here. It's good. All right. I would say the most important thing that happened this turn was us taking Pegu, because Pegu is only 1 hex away from Rangoon, and my armor can get there in probably 2 turns. They're very heavily disrupted right now, so they're not, and they're fatigued, so they won't get into Rangoon probably this turn, maybe 2 turns. And from there, we have a good chance of actually defeating the units there, because he has no forts on Rangoon, because we didn't let him build them up ever. And he left very weak units here. So I feel pretty good about us getting into Rangoon and possibly being able to blast out these troops here maybe within 2 turns. And I've got tons of infantry following up from behind. So it's looking really good right now in Rangoon. Okay, Malaya, looking okay here. Still didn't get a single mission to fly today from Kotobaru or anywhere else. So we did not hit Singapore again, which is a little bit of a concern. We did not hit Temalo, which again is a concern. It is what it is. I can't control the weather, but it was a setback. However, one nice thing I've got going for me is if you look at my troops in Singapore, the disruption and fatigue levels are coming down pretty quickly. So within 1 to 2 turns, we're going to be very strong and able to attack again. And we may actually be able to carry the day. And here's a little secret weapon that I brought in here, which I think is going to help. I brought the Southern Army Command Headquarters in from Saigon to Johor Bahru. And I also changed out the commander, because the commander they had wasn't very good. But now I've got General Sadamu Shimomura, and he has very high land skill. So what's going to happen is when we do attack in Singapore, this Southern Army Headquarters is going to give a command bonus to the troops in Singapore and increase their AV. And this number here, the land skill, is going to help contribute to that. And I'll tell you right now, the command headquarters in Singapore is garbage. It's got that guy with the buck teeth in there. I forget his name. That's who they got command into place. So he's adding no value to those troops. But my commander is going to add huge value to this. So the Southern Army may be the turning point to our attack on Singapore with the bonuses that we're going to get from the command headquarters and its radius. Otherwise, pretty quiet out here in Dutch East Indies for now. Didn't take anything. Didn't take any more losses. Subs are being more or less neutralized at this point. We're not having to deal with a lot of sub losses. Grabbed a couple bases here, and we've really locked down Celebes really good. So basically what happens now is my armor moves here, takes Palopo, and now we own all the retreat paths on Celebes. So when we engage these units here and engage these units here, they just die. They can't retreat anymore because there's nowhere for them to retreat to. So I'm going to wait to engage these guys. So I have the 144th Regiment 1 day away. But they will not be attacking until Palopo is ours. Because then this unit cannot retreat. And we own all of Celebes and it's done. I love it. Same thing down here on Timor. Next turn we attack at Dili. And these troops have nowhere to retreat to because we own all the other bases on Dili. And they have no valid retreat path, so they only can die. And once they're dead, I don't have to worry about them anymore. So I would say our Timor conquest is just about wrapped up in 1 turn. We got these guys stuck here from Kupang. I don't care about them. They can sit out there and rot in the in the jungle for all I care, because they're out of supply and they're just going to get continually disrupted and traded until they're gone. All right, let's talk about Luzon. We capture Iba next turn, and then we're just bringing more troops in. We're encircling Clark Field, and we're just going to keep bombing it every single day until we weaken his supply and keep him from building forts. And then we move in and start bombarding every day until we reduce this guy down to nothing. Looking okay right now. This is going to be a long operation, though. Like, I don't anticipate owning all of Luzon until, I don't know, May, June, July, because I just didn't bring a lot of troops here to do it. But I have enough to bottle them up, but not enough to take them outright. So we're just going to wait and just slowly burn them down every day and take the opportunity to train my bomber pilots. Look at this. See all this? Every day these guys bomb, I'm training my pilots. They're getting more experience. They're getting more skill. It's just it's like a training ground for my pilots here. So this is really good. Milk runs every day. We keep the base so badly damaged that he can't ever cap trap us because he can't fly aircraft in here to do it. And we're pushing the front lines so far away that he really can't get aircraft back in here even if he wanted to. So, looking good. Okay, Solomon's. We got a good bombing raid on Port Moresby and damaged some of his seaplanes, which he's been using to transport troops around. I know that's what he's doing. You know he's not using them for naval search, right? Look at that. No detection at all on anything. It's just unbelievable. But we do get good recon on Port Moresby. And what it's telling us is that he left a skeleton crew here, and one Naval Guard unit could probably come in here and take it out. So Port Moresby is starting to look a bit more yummy to me every day. I may want to move on it sooner than I had planned to. I don't know. We'll have to see. Over here in the Solomons, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more dot bases, and we own all of it. Yeah, marshals are looking good. Got a lot of troops in there. The wake evacuation is going very, very well. The 146 regiment is basically down to just its support elements now. So I'm slowly feeding in those fast transports to get them back out. I'm just going to start pulling them out as I can. But the bulk of the unit, short of its support, is that truck. So the combat portion of it is fully intact. It's just short on support. So we're just going to finish pulling these support units out, right? And then we'll have the 146 put back together, and then we can send it back into battle to rejoin the rest of the 56th Division, which is currently in Singapore. All right, I think that's it for the turn. So not a ton of action, but a lot of strategic implications, which are good. And let's briefly go over those again. China. Oh, I forgot to mention something very important about China. Let me end the video on this. I think Hellsen screwed up here. He pulled out of this hex south of Xi'an. He surrendered it to me. So now that means we can drive into Xi'an, which is clear terrain, and he has no chance of defending it, even against this one unit here, right? This unit's got 1 division of 1 field artillery unit and 1 headquarters. That alone should be enough to take Xi'an on clear terrain. Okay? This unit goes into here next turn, so I would say within 5 turns, these troops will be in the Xi'an, and these guys will be here in 2. Then we have 2,000 AV right here that we can start driving up towards Lanchao, because Hellsen went heavy into this hex to block it, which makes sense because that's where our drive is, right? But he's left all this underdefended, I think. Oh. He's left all that underdefended. So we can just kind of bypass him, go up this road right here, take Kuncheng even, and that's it. We own it. If we own Kuncheng, he cannot get fuel into Chongqing. So he's left that wide open. These units are going to get so battered on the retreat that they're just not going to be able to put up any kind of fight as we go up the road here. So I'm really liking China right now. I think we're well positioned, and I'm going to give a lot of credit to my operation in Anking. I think us taking it via paradrop and rapidly reinforcing it with heavy units is going to be one of the keys to our ultimate victory in China, because we were able to to spread out and defend all the roads in and around Ankang until my armor was able to get up there. And I've got infantry following up, and he just can't stop it. So, yeah, the Ankang operation was the key to this, and us taking Siana in the next couple turns will be great as well. I'm looking forward to having that base. A lot of resources there, some industry. It's a big base for me. I can build base air bases here to work on the rest of this. It's all gravy, man. I like it. So I really think that Hellsen screwed up by not trying to force us to attack down here when he had the terrain. So if he wants to give us Sion for free, I'll take it. But I think that was a mistake. In the meantime, that's all I got to say right now. I've talked long enough. I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned because the action's only going to start getting better, guys. We got Rangoon coming up soon. We got Singapore coming up soon. More action on Mindanao. We're about to get into Cagayan soon. More Dutch East Indies conquests. More Solomons. More Australia. More everything. So please stay tuned. Please subscribe. Please come to my Discord and talk to me there so I can talk to you more about stuff. And in the meantime, I'll catch you guys on the next one.